Who does Magna build cars for right now, for people who aren't familiar with the industry?
Right. So you might not be aware that the car you're driving wasn't in fact built directly by the car maker whose brand is on the front of it. For example, the Mercedes G-Class, that 4x4, famously sort of iconic vehicle, isn't actually built in a Mercedes-Benz factory. It's built in a Magna factory in Austria. Similarly, the BMW Z4 sports car and the Jaguar I-Pace electric vehicle, Henrik Fisker's latest car venture, is saying, look, we're going to take the Apple Foxconn approach. We're going to outsource the manufacturing to Magna, or we're going to outsource the engineering to Magna. We're going to focus on our brand and marketing, things like that, obviously, and some software too. But the really complicated metal bashing and the actual producing of the cars, Magna is going to take care of that for us. And we can therefore guarantee that things should go a bit smoother than it did for Tesla.
Magna, of course, is a very popular third-party supplier to OEMs. They produce the I-Pace, they build G-Wagons, but they also build components, such as the front motor of the electric Volkswagen ID.4. So they have a ton of expertise in providing components across the board.
And as a contract manufacturer and a company that is capable to fully engineer, test, validate vehicles, yes, we are in contact with the traditional OEMs, with a lot of new startups, because they require a company that has the capability, that has the know-how to support them from the beginning all the way to the end.
I think that's an important point that you just made there, because a lot of people think, oh, Magna Steyr, they've got an assembly plant, they assemble cars. As you're talking about, you can provide complete program management to these companies.
Exactly, that's what it is. I mean, a customer typically comes with an idea to us, and we support them all the way along. We have a design team that can help them even design the vehicle. We fully engineer the vehicle, and even testing. Testing is a very, very complex issue. When you talk about battery electric vehicles, there are a lot of new requirements out there for all the different markets, and we can meet all these demands. And then eventually, if the customer is asking for it, we can do the investment for the production line and we can launch a production. And one thing you should know, we've already built more than 3.7 million vehicles. So we know what we're talking about. Well, as you know, we not only have one plant. We have a plant here in Austria. We have a paint shop in Slovenia. We also have a plant in China.
As far as North America, it's a bit like a chicken and the egg. If we had an assembly plant here, I believe we'd be getting lots of orders because we have lots of people talking to us. But it's a big capital investment and you have to have long term. So we never say publicly who we're talking to, obviously. But there is interest, and I think there's a long-term a viable business model to make vehicles under contract for other people, but we don't have anything presently.
I think what is very important is the flexibility that we have. When you look at the capacity, when we add everything together, we could produce 350, 400,000 units per year. But that's not it. It's not just the volume. It is the flexibility. The customers that are coming to us, they're all often asking for a very steep ramp up, very flexible production lines. And as you might know, for example, we're building a BMW product and the Toyota product on the same assembly line. We're using one paint shop here in Graz to paint all these different models. And that's very unique. That is reducing the cost for our customer. It's increasing the flexibility. And that's, I think, why we are the preferred partner for traditional OEMs and for new entrants.
This luxurious electric SUV has been rolling off the production line in Shenyang in China since 2020. The second vehicle from the Arcfox is the Alpha S. Both vehicles have been produced by Magna in the facility in China, in Shenyang, and they are both coming from the joint venture between Beijing EV and Magna, thus making Magna the first contract manufacturer to set foot in China. As a true one-stop shop, Magna provides a fully developed and industrialized platform, engineering services, and of course, world-class manufacturing to highest quality standards. So far, the feedback from our customers have been plenty of positive feedback about this car, especially the driving dynamics, the smart technology, and of course, plenty of safety and comfort features, and much more. The Alpha T and the Alpha S are the 30th and 31st vehicles Magna has produced for our customers. So with this vehicle, we really want to highlight our capabilities as a one-stop shop, right? So as a true one-stop shop, Magna enables our customers to optimize their investment and provide speed to market. With our engineering services, this is a key to our success. We are using our global and proven development processes, enabling our team of engineers, which is around about 4,000 on a global scale, highly skilled and flexible engineers. And this really provides a great communication to our customers.
The deciding factor for really getting into this very close business relationship with Magna was several areas. One, it's for a startup, it's extremely difficult to create a new supply chain, and that's something Magna is helping us with, creating this supply chain, working with supply chain. Magna is extremely well staffed up, have a long history there, so that was very important for us. Secondly, of course, manufacturing. Magna has a history, long history, successful history of manufacturing high quality vehicles. And then finally, we are working with Magna on a specific platform that we are able to tailor to our needs. One of the things we're looking at is really getting our vehicle to become one of the safest vehicles in its class by adding a lot of unique elements to this platform. We are also upgrading the platform when it comes to the entire software, electrical architecture. And then we are slightly changing the platform to really fit some of our unique design language. So the flexibility we had with Magna to work on this platform to actually create kind of a new platform called the FM29 was really important for us. And of course, part of the deal with Magna is a tight relationship of some ownership from Magna into Fisker. So it ties us at the hip. It really jointly, it kind of shows that we are jointly going for success, because only if Fisker is successful, Magna is successful. And what's important here as well as part of this agreement is Magna is working on lowering cost in many areas where it's traditionally difficult, specifically for startups, to lower cost, but generally to stay on cost targets and to stay on time is something that's difficult in the automotive industry, and specifically for startups. And that's one of the things we are working very closely with Magna on, to make sure that we come out with the vehicle on time and hit our bill of material cost. That's an extremely important part, because as Fisker Inc., we are going into really a sort of high volume premium segment with a very firm price target, and we want to make money on our vehicle. We want to sell a lot of them. And that joint success for me was very important as we inked the deal with Magna.
So I often say I've pretty much seen it all. So and I agree with you. It is a very, very unique setup that Magna Steyr has. As you know, the company already exists for over 120 years. So it's, there is a heritage out there that is outstanding. If you just look at one example, the G-Class, we produce this car now for over 41 years. More than 400,000 units have left the plant here in Graz. So yeah, it is an incredible know-how. And when I look at the workforce that we have, the engineers, they have this capability to really support all the OEMs and new entrants that are out there.
From ideas to reality. Our range of services covers the complete vehicle, from concept to serial development to production. Combined with intelligent and highly efficient solutions, such as the digital factory, we are positioning ourselves at the forefront of future-oriented automotive production. With our complete vehicle expertise and more than 100 years of automotive experience, Magna Steyr is the leading multi-OEM complete vehicle manufacturer and a preferred partner for both traditional OEMs and new entrants. A true one-stop shop